So good morning and welcome to 2-6. In the previous section we learned about addition equations. All right. These today are going to be subtraction equations. So we're going to solve using the inverse operation of subtraction, which is addition. Okay, remember the previous one, they were addition equations and we solved through the inverse operation of addition, which was subtraction. Okay. So looking at this, steps are just exactly the same as the previous one. Look for the side of the equation with the variable is still step one. Step two, instead of subtracting the integer from both sides, we're going to add the integer to both sides. All right. And then step three, that means that we have now solved for our variable. And then step four, we're going to substitute in for the value and then make sure that our solution is correct. Okay. So let's look at a couple of examples. So on this one you have h minus 14 equals 82. Notice that this is subtraction, so therefore it's a subtraction equation, which means that we're going to do the inverse operation to solve for the variable. Okay? So step one, we identify the side with the variable. Well, the variable is h. All right, the integer is 14. Okay? So we box that. Step two, we need to get h by itself, so we need to add 14 to both sides. Remember, do the inverse operation of subtraction, which is addition, and so that means that we're going to add 14 to both sides. So 14 minus 14 is 0, leaves us with just h equal to 82 plus 14 is 96. So h equals 96 is our answer, but we need to double check. So we substitute 96 in for h. So 96 minus 14 equals 82. If we do the actual operation, 96 minus 14 is 82. So therefore, our answer, h equals 96, is correct. So remember that this is our answer. Okay, not this down here. This is just double checking. Okay. Looking at question 2. Same thing. Notice that this is subtraction, so therefore we're going to do the inverse of that, which is addition. All right. Step one is identify the side with the variable. Well, here's the variable on the left side of the equal sign, so therefore x minus 62 is the side with the variable. We do the inverse operation of subtraction, which is addition. We're going to be adding our integer to both sides, which is 62. 62 minus 62, these cancel out, so therefore you're left with just x on the left side. 93 plus 62 is going to be 155. Double check our answer by substituting 155 in for x. 155 minus 62 equals 93. If we subtract 62 from 155, we're going to get 93. So 93 equals 93, which means that x equals 155 is our answer. Last problem, 81 equals y minus 17. All right. Notice once again that this has the variable on the right side of the equal side, okay, not the left like the other problems. Okay, so we approach it just exactly the same way. Identify the side with the variable. It's on the right side, so this is the side with the variable. Notice that it's subtraction, so that means that we're going to do addition because it's the inverse operation. What are we going to be adding to both sides? The variable. So add 17 to both sides. 17 minus 17 cancels each other out, so you're left with y on the right. 81 plus 17 is 98. So y equals 98 is our answer, but we need to double check that. So substitute 98 in for y. So 81 equals 98 minus 17. Actually conduct 98 minus 17, actually do that operation and you're going to get 81. So 81 is equal to 81, which means that y equals 98 is our answer. Okay? So you're going to do this just like your previous section, only you're going to be adding the integer to both sides because these are subtraction equations. All right? So make sure that on all of your problems that you are adding to both sides. Okay? And I do want to make a note that just like in the previous section, if you have an extra operation in there, you do this first, then you go through the 4 steps. Okay? So if you have an extra operation in there that you need to do first, do it, then do the 4 steps. Okay? Good luck.